Hey everyone, it's me again. I wasn't going to talk about Harry and Meghan, but I thought, okay, I'm going to do that because everybody's talking about Harry and Meghan. So I'm going to do a quick video on Harry and Meghan. Okay, basically, because I'm a black British woman, my name is Janet from Wimbledon, Southwest London, and I have a legal background and I've worked in the public and private sector. Disclaimer, I am not a trichologist, a dermatologist, a therapist or anything, but I have experience and I've done my research in also weight loss, fitness, and nutrition, and so on. I talk about cinema, books, I talk about so many different things, but I am a lawyer, but I do not practice. I've worked in the civil service. That's the public sector in all your different countries, like the Ministry of Justice or the Home Office and things like that. Basically, I'm not physically in an office because I'm still on a career break and we are all due to go back to work. We've been doing video interviews and things like that during the lockdown, so I'm not rushing into work, but I'm trying to see if I can get into another department and so on. I just thought that I talk to, so please view, like, share, and subscribe. I even talk about basic cooking and people and women being independent in their own home and things like that. So just just keep subscribing, ding my bell, view, like, and subscribe. There are more topics to come. I don't know where to start. With Harry and Meghan, I don't want to take side. I mean, a lot of people have been saying a lot of things, and a lot of people have been saying things about her bed that is very cheeky for them to name their daughter Lilibet and Lilibet and Diana. I know that. I think that it's kind of like a respect to Princess Diana. As for the Queen, if they want to do that, I don't know whether it's a woke thing or maybe it was a competition or one thing. But I thought it's very brilliant. I thought it was really smart of them. I know there's a bit of controversy in that, but I'm happy for them. Um, I don't really like the way they went on about things, but if Megan wanted to go back to Los Angeles, I think that I agree with her on that. I think that she should have left, not necessarily because of racism. I don't think there's that much. It's just things was not working for them. Harry and Meghan wanted a life of their own. And if I'm in a situation that I don't like, I would come back. My sister for 2, 3 years have been in Yorkshire and she's missing London and she's coming back to London. So that's just the way it is. So basically every time I start a video, because I talk about skincare, hair care, natural hair day and things like that. But I'm trying to add other topics. I'd also talk about basic cooking, movies, and so on. But I thought I'm going to talk about Harry and Meghan. But before I start, I always use an inspirational thought. I started with Friday's version, which I didn't do on Friday. I did it today. So today I'm talking about Saturday's inspirational talk. So Saturday's inspirational talk is June the 5th, and basically this is what it says. Don't worry about whether you can see it or not. Please put some comments in the comments below and tell me how to put this stuff on, because a friend of mine has a YouTube channel and she managed to put stuff, graphics all over, and she uses only her mobile phone to do. I use my iPad to record all of this. So can you just put comments and tell me how to put all this stuff on the screen? If not, I'm going to read it to you anyway. So my inspiration today is from June the 5th, which says, "Wait patiently for the Lord, be brave and courageous. Yes, wait patiently for the Lord." Psalm 27:14. Dear Lord, I will wait on you. I know you have a perfect plan no matter what happens. I will seek after you and trust that you will work things out accordingly to your perfect will. So this is basically that's wonderful. That's fantastic. And basically that's what happened to my small home, how I got my small home. Few years ago, by 2015, I finally got my own home. It's not a huge mortgage, it's not a huge home, but it was a home that I could call my own. And I think one day the opportunity came and I got this home, and I'm really, really proud of it. I'm a Londoner and I love being in London. I don't know where I should start. I don't know whether I should start from Diana and Charles. I'm gonna start from them. I'm not gonna start because with Diana and Charles, by then the Queen, most of her children, their marriages weren't doing very well. And when the boys were growing up, there was always this competition between them. I think it's been said that Harry was sort of like pushed behind, and anytime there was an idea between William, Harry and Catherine, Harry's idea would not be, and in Nottingham Cottage in on the grounds of Kensington, he couldn't get people to do things for him because they were busy serving William and Catherine. But I think that he could have explained more and things like that. But I think that he didn't really want to do the job, and I think that they gave them the opportunity not to do the job, and they said yes, yes. But maybe they realized that they couldn't do the job. You can hear that there was a lot of problems going on, especially with Panorama opened our eyes, see the problems that his parents had and so on. But I think that there will always be sibling rivalries. But I just think Meghan and Harry didn't realize that you're not number one here. William and his wife will always be number one. But now that they've decided to leave, I feel basically um I feel that is the right thing. I don't think racism have been that much. Some people said some nasty things in the paper, and majority of the British people shut them down. Majority of the British people shut them down anyway. So there you go. So that's just the way things are in this country. If people say things, we have a lot of woke stuff going on here. If people say things that they're not supposed to say, recently a cricket player has just been suspended for something he said, a tweet he said 10 years ago. Ollie Robinson, like 10 years ago. Maybe I'll do a video about that. I don't really watch cricket that much. It's like baseball. 10 years ago. So you have to be careful what you say and what you. He made some sexist and racist comments. So basically, some things that were said about her were like jokey, jokey, but some of them were taken to the extreme. Maybe have been a bit racist, but not from the papers, but just some people. But the British people condemned all those people who had said things about them. Um, I do feel that they're using their personal life to commercialize, but at the same time, for somebody's mental health, maybe they should talk. Maybe they are using the media to communicate with the royal family. Maybe they feel that they can't talk with the royal family. I know that sometimes with family, they're just certain things that are no go area. Like my sister can talk to me anytime, but she may not be able to talk to other family members the way she talks to me. So there's some, I don't know, they're just certain things that families don't want to address. So this is the way they're using to address it. This is the way. But personally, I don't know whether Meghan is in love with Harry. But when you think about her previous relationship, I don't believe that she didn't know anything about him. I think that she sought him out. She did her research, and she married to be a social climber. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just the fact that they were lying about it. They made so many mistakes. They were talking about climate change, but they were using private jets and so on. So I think that that's sort of like the mistake that they have made and they did make, and that was what was irritating a lot of people. Recently, River, hi River, has brought out a video saying how dare they name their child Lilibet, because Lilibet is the queen's nickname, because the queen's name is Elizabeth. I think it's sort of like a way of respecting the queen. They've always liked the queen, they respect the queen, they targeted the institution, but maybe they didn't mean to attack the institution. They were just trying to say, look, you need to change, and stuff is not the way. I don't mind for Diana. I think that they should have tried to do Doria as well. But Lilibet, I thought that that was a smart decision. It's a smart way, and I'm happy for them. I'm happy for them. But I do feel that there are areas that they should have, I don't know, they should have done something a little bit better. They should have. I'm not saying against the name. They've chosen the name, and that's that. But I think that it's kind of like, let's get this name quickly before anything happens. But I just think that it's kind of like a way to respect the queen, to say, you know what, we're on your side. We just don't like the rest of the family. Or maybe it was sort of like, two fingers up to people who don't like it, or they thought about it quickly. But I think that is a wonderful acknowledgement to the queen, and I know some people don't like it. And I just think that Meghan and Harry, particularly Meghan, need to go back in time and really think about their previous behavior and learn from their behavior, because they haven't been perfect. Meghan in the past used to be a very nasty person. Harry was using that nasty uniform and so on. He's been rude in the army and all that. You can say it's the problem that he's had. I just lost my parents 2015, 2016. I wasn't a child. Thank God I wasn't a child when they died, and I just got this place when they died. So at the end of the day, I had something, but I didn't have the kind of luxury You know, I'm from a middle class background, well educated middle class background, but I didn't have the kind of luxury that Harry and Meghan had, you know. And I think that they have this sense of entitlement, and maybe they should. Andrew has it as well. I'm gonna talk more on it. So basically, you tell me, put something in the comments. What do you think? You know, are you just like me, who's neutral, or are you part of the sugars or the salties and all that? I'm very neutral because I love the Cambridges and the Sussexes, and people have been saying they should give up their title. Personally, he's a royal son, whether you like it or not. I don't think they should give up their title. I think that they should be the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. The reason why I'm saying this is because I'm British and I'm black and I've got like an African heritage, but I'm a Londoner first and I am British and I'm proud of the royal family. They're not perfect. I don't particularly want to live with them or marry them, but I kind of enjoy the culture of the monarchy in this country. It brings in, you know, so imagine having a member of the royal family out there and they don't have any titles. The title is a way for us to show that this is what we have. And no other country gives titles like us. You know, you have the barons, the earls, the marquis, and something. So I do feel there's blame on both sides, and they should have handled it better. I think there's gonna be a very, very long time before they heal the reef. But I do believe that they're talking to each other. Now he's meant to come in on July the 1st. So fingers crossed, let's see what happens when he comes in. But at the end of the day, we are all adults and you cannot be hanging out with your brother and sister-in-law all the time. You're gonna have a life of your own, and I think the royal family at the end of the day needs to understand that Harry and Meghan needs to move on and have a life of their own, and that's what they want. They have a more relaxed life, and for their mental state, I think it's about time they do it. I don't think that they should have been cut off. I think personally, even if they didn't want to spend taxpayers' money, Charles has got his own smaller amount of money. So Charles could have been secretly giving them just like a little bit of money. If you don't understand this, the point is that Harry and Meghan are still royalty, whether you like it or not. So I feel that you cannot have the second son, the brother to the heir to the throne, the son to the heir to the throne, you know, and the grandson to the queen living an ordinary life. Personally, it doesn't look well on us because I am British and I want every royal member of the family to have a certain kind of standards and so on. I'm not sure whether I like Meghan. I don't really hate her, but I am wary of her. I am very, very wary of her, and also the people that she's dropped. I'm hoping and praying that she will reunite with the white side of her family and the black side of her family. Hold on, I'm not saying that she should have tea with them all the time, and this is why I'm not judging her. The reason why I'm not judging her, sometimes, like now, I only associate with some of my immediate sisters, and that's all. Since my parents died, I've not really been associating too much with extended relatives except by Facebook. So you can't always be around family all the time. And sometimes families need to understand is that adults need to move on. Adults need to move on. But I won't say that the racism is overwhelming as such. No, I think that there is accountability. I think if you're black or white and you do something wrong, people have a right to criticize you, but you can't always keep crying racism. There have been some racial slurs, but it's not by the British people or the newspaper. It's just a minority of people, and the British people have actually shut that down. They've condemned anybody. So if you see their wedding, you see a lot of people. I don't really watch other people's lives, so I don't watch the wedding full time. I really don't do things like that. So I am hoping in future they can have at least a cordial relationship. But it's gonna take a very long time for the two brothers to heal their. But I just think that they're going to have a cordial relationship, and that would be it for now. I'm gonna keep you posted on more things because here in England, okay, we the British, we know a lot about the royal family. I've watched so many documentaries from the Queen Mother, the Duke and Duchess of Windsor. That's the Queen's uncle when he abdicated. You know, I followed the Tudors and the Beauforts and things like that. So I'm going to be doing a lot of videos about stuff. And we're going to be talking about the new Anne Boleyn drama. Remember Anne Boleyn, King Henry's second wife, that she chopped off her hair? There is a black woman now playing the part of Anne Boleyn. So we're going to talk about colorism in, you know, some woman in another radio station were saying that if it was a white man that played Nelson Mandela, we would have all had this. But now there's a black woman playing Anne Boleyn, and nobody seems to be saying. I don't really mind. I look at the individual. I don't really look at the race of the person. But it's very interesting now. We now have this what you call colorism in the world, and because I'm interested in film and cinema and all that, I keep wondering maybe I should have been a writer and an actor and things like that. It's not too late, but I'm fascinated. It didn't happen for me. I wasn't thinking of being an actress, but I'm hoping that maybe one day I want to start writing short stories, and this is why I'm trying to do a psychology course as well, so I can do something to my characters and things like that. So it's something to think about. So let us pray for the entire royal family, Harry and Meghan, and the two children. Um, I say congratulations to them. So let us have a joint conversation about this. Let's have a joint conversation. Put something in your comments, okay? You may not like the way they went about things, but they now have a second child. Are you happy about the name Lilibet? I personally don't mind as such, but a lot of people say, how dare they name, Lilibet? So tell us, why don't you want them to call Lilibet? I know that is the Queen's sacred nickname from Elizabeth, and I thought it was spot on, it was brilliant, it was smart thing to do, but a lot of people are sort of like criticizing it. So can you just tell me why you don't like it? So this is Harry and Meghan's perspective from a black British woman from London. Take care of it, and don't forget to subscribe, view, like, share, subscribe, and ding my bell. Okay, I'll see you in the next video. Cheerio.